All right. We are looking at a reminder of how we deal with straight line graphs. Okay, so I would always try to do the questions first and then look at what I did. So I want you to try A, B, C, and on the next page, it's just do F. Okay, right. So go try to do those four quickly, and then I'll go over them quickly. I'm going to work quickly, so it will be a waste of time if you have to try them first yourself. Okay. So press pause, do those, right. Okay, so hopefully you've tried. Okay, so first of all, x is equal to -2. Well, x is equal to -2 is a straight line graph, okay, where the x coordinate always stays the same. So the x coordinates are -2, so it would be -2, 0, -2, 3, -2, 6. So it's going to end up simply being a vertical line. So x is equal to -2. You draw like that, you put a right angle, you label -2, and that's it, full marks. Y is equal to 3. The y coordinates are always 3, so you go through 0, 3, 2, 3, etc., 5, 3. Graph tells you the y coordinates are always equal to 3. So it's a horizontal line. Make that a right angle, show that that's a right angle. Label on the graph y is equal to 3. Label the graph where the x coordinates are always -2. Boom, full marks. Right, the next one are both graphs that go through the origin. So if they go through the origin, well, for all graphs, you're going to start off and say, what happens if x is 0? Well, if x is 0, okay, on this graph, y is equal to 2x, y is 0, right? But there's only one x-intercept and y-intercept. So then all I have to do is find one other random point. So if I pick a value for x, let's pick x is equal to 2, and I'm using y is equal to 2x, okay, then the y coordinate would be 2x, so y is 2 times 2, so the y coordinate would be equal to 4. So it would go through the point 2, 4. So it goes through 0, 0, and it goes through 2, 4. Okay, that's enough information. Okay. And there's a graph where the y coordinates are 2 times the x coordinates. For this graph over here, okay, y is equal to -3x. Okay, you're going to say, well, if x is 0, y is 0. And pick another x value, random one. Let's say I pick 1. Well, if x is 1 and I sub into y is equal to -3x, y will be -3. So it goes from 1, -3. And if it goes through the origin, join those 2 points up. There's the graph, y is equal to -3x. So just show that it goes through the origin and you pick one other point for any graph that doesn't have a number after the x term. Right, for this one, f of x is equal to 2x minus 4. Every other graph, apart from horizontal and vertical graphs, as well as graphs that go through the origin, you're going to use the same method on finding the x-intercept and the y-intercept. So I would rewrite this equation as f is a graph where every y coordinate is 2 times the x coordinate minus 4. And then I'd say to myself, what's the x-intercept? Well, when the graph cuts the x-axis, what's the y coordinate? The y coordinate is 0, so you sub that in, you get 0 is equal to 2x minus 4, 4 is equal to 2x, divide by 2, and x is equal to 2. So we have figured out that the coordinates of the x-intercept are 2, 0. There's a point 2, 0, label it. Okay, even if you show it working, you must label things. The y-intercept, well, sub x is the x coordinate of 0. When the graph cuts the y-axis, the x coordinate is 0. Okay, so if I let the x coordinate be equal to 0, I get y is equal to 2 times 0 minus 4, which is equal to -4. So the other point on the graph is when x is 0, the y coordinate is -4. Right, so there are my 2 points in the graph. Get your ruler, make sure these are labeled, -4 and 2, join them up, and that is the graph of f plots x to 2x minus 4. That which you could have also, same thing as f of x equal to 2x minus 4. Okay, right, the next one on this page over here, you've got y is equal to -2x plus 6, -y plus 2x plus 6. You could rewrite the equation if you want to. You don't have to though. Okay, so with all of them, okay, this is not going to go through the origin because you've got that constant term over there. So the x-intercept, if you just let y be equal to 0, and I'd get 0 is equal to 2x, 0, sorry, plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 6. So x is equal to 3. So the one point that the graph goes through is 3, 0. And which is over there. And then the other point, the y-intercept, you let x be 0. You get -y plus 0. I'm subbing into this equation, remember? Hey, minus the plus 6, okay, plus okay, is equal to 0. So you end up with 6. I'll move that negative y across into become positive. So when x is 0, y is 6. Okay. So there's a 0.06. Once you've got both x intercepts, x and y intercepts, you join them up, that should be straight. Okay, and that's that graph. Then you could have rewritten the equation as negative y is equal to minus 2x minus 6. And then got y on its own. Y is equal to 2x. I've done something wrong. Y is equal to negative y, sorry, is equal to 2x minus 6 divided by negative y is equal to negative 2x plus 6. And you can see then your gradient is negative 2 to y is 6. But to draw it, you don't have to get it in the form y is equal to mx plus c. But that's pretty much covered sketching straight line graphs. Okay. If we go to find the equation of straight line graphs, okay, I just want us to look at, I want you to try this example. No, let's just do this example. Okay, let's do A and B. And I'm going to add 2 question marks. So go try to find the equations, okay, of A and B, okay, of F and G, sorry. Find the equations of graph F and graph G. Okay, press pause. If I do that, when you finish, come back. All right. So F, okay, well, I know F goes through the point 0, 3. That's the y-intercept. And I know F goes through the point 2, 7. Okay. So when I'm finding the equation on the straight line graph, what I do? I say y is equal to mx plus c, and you remind yourself you've got to find a number for m, and you've got to find a number for c. Okay. So first of all, check, do I know any of those? Well, what does C stand? C stands for the y-intercept. Do you have the y-intercept? Yep, there it is over there. Okay. So the y-intercept is equal to 3. So C is equal to 3. As soon as you've got M or C, put them into the equation. So the equation becomes now y is equal to mx plus 3. Okay. Right. Now you still need to find M. Well, you could find M using the gradient formula, but you could also just go find M by subbing in any other point except for the y-intercept which we've used over there. So I could sub in 2, 7. Say x with 2, y with 7. If a point lies on the graph, you can sub it into the graph. And I get 7 is equal to replace y with 7, replace x with 2. And I get 7 is equal to 2m plus 3. Move that 3 across. 7 minus 3 is 2m. So 4 is equal to 2m divided by 2, and m is equal to 2, and the gradient should be positive. It's going left, right, up. Okay, so I end up with an equation. Okay, y is equal to 2x. Okay, so the equation, I go back, I replace m with 2, and the equation becomes y is equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, so that is the equation of graph F. In other words, I should probably write f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Okay, right, then, okay, if I'm looking for the equation of the blue graph, go try to do that if you haven't done it. So for this blue graph over here, what do I know about this graph? Well, I know that C is a point 0, negative 1, so I've got the y-intercept. Okay, and I also know it goes to the point 2, negative 5. So first thing, finding the equation of a straight line, you write y is equal to mx plus c. You ask yourself, have I got m? Have I got c? Okay, well, you've got c, the y-intercept. Okay, so c is equal to negative 1. So y is equal to mx minus 1. As soon as you find something sub it in. Okay, to find m, I could go use the gradient formula, or I could sub in a point that another point that it lies on. So I replace x with 2y with minus 5. And I get minus 5 is equal to 2m minus 1. Minus 5 plus 1 is equal to 2m. Minus 4 is equal to 2m. Divide by 2. And negative 2 is equal to m. So your equation is g of x is equal to m is negative 2. So negative 2x minus 1. Okay, that's the equation of the blue graph over there. All right, so always y is equal to mx plus c. Look for c. Find m by subbing in another place. Okay. Right. If I gave you these two graphs now, okay, go find graph F and graph G. Right. Try to find F and G. Let's pause, go do it yourself. Okay. So if I'm finding graph F, there's an equation over there. It's a horizontal line. It should be a right angle. They told you it's a horizontal. Otherwise, they draw a right angle. So what coordinates stay the same everywhere? Well, the y, how much you've got up stays the same. That would be 0, 4, that's 5, 4, etc. There's no working for that one. You just say f is a graph where y is equal to the y to the 4. In other words, f of x is equal to 4 is the equation of the graph. Okay? Right, do the blue one on your own if you haven't done it. Right, so for the blue one, we're going to say y is equal to mx plus c. Do you know c? Well, c is the y-intercept, so c is equal to 0. So now I've got y is equal to mx. But it also goes through that point. So if I sub in 5, 4, that's x with 5, y with 4. I get 4 is equal to x is 5, 5m. So 4 and 5 is equal to m. Okay, so if I go back and sub that in, I get y is equal to 4 over 5. Okay. And then we'll ask for one, I'm going to give extra one as practice. I want you to go try to find the equation. Whoa. Okay. Of. Sorry about that. Go find the equation of this line over here. Okay. That goes through, there's the origin, there's the x-axis, there's the y-axis. That value is 3. That value is 5. Okay, right. Go try to find the equation of that line. Press pause and come back when you try it yourself. Okay. Right. So here you're going to say, well, it's a straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. Okay. Do you know c? So c is equal to 3. Okay. So c is the y-intercept, remember? So I get y is equal to mx plus 3. Okay. And you sub in another point. What's the coordinates of this point? The coordinates of this point is you've got 5 across and nothing up. So I can sub in 5, 0. Okay, sub in 5, 0, and I get 0. Okay, is I replace x with 5. 0 is equal to 5m plus 3. Negative 3 is equal to 5m. Divide by 5, negative 3 over 5 is equal to m. So if I sub negative 3 over 5 is equal to m into y is equal to mx plus 3, okay, I end up with an answer of y is equal to negative 3 over 5x plus 3 is your answer for your equation. All right, so that's a basic revision of straight line graphs, how to draw them, and how to find the equation. Okay.